The mighty Tenerife, a Spanish territory located off the coast of Africa. An island that's been volcanically active for millions of years, and home to the Angel's Door, a quantum energy transfer portal that one man has come here to activate. I came to investigate Huna's work and his connection to Joseph Gregory Hallett. One man's sacred spiritual mission could be a planetary game changer.
Today we're on an island off the coast of Africa called Tenerife, which is actually Spanish. We're going to spend the next couple of days with an extremely interesting man called Huna Flash, who represents the House of Huna, a spiritual group coming out of New Zealand. Now, Huna spent a couple of days with Greg in late August 2020. And what happened at that meeting and what the spiritual message was that was passed on to Greg, I'm personally very curious about. So we're going to ask Huna if he wouldn't mind sharing some of his extensive knowledge and spiritual information with us over the next couple of days.
The warm Atlantic waters of this volcanic island, mixed with its average temperature of 26 degrees, attracts tourists from all over the world. Heading inland, the landscape changes dramatically. Desert mountain to pine forests, and finally ancient lava fields as far as the eye can see.
My name is Huna Mauta Taki, aka Huna Flash. I was born in New Zealand, and I represent the House of Huna and Healing Lagoon International. And so my education and training began when I was in this lifetime at the age of 7, when I awoken, speaking to the giants that lived in my backyard. A mountain range where I grew up, was in the backyard of my home. And the giant beings in those mountains, and I'm sure you all know and you all have them in your sacred sites. It is undeniable that you have been connecting, and you have been connecting. And so I have connected, and I connected again at a young age of 7. And throughout my early teenage life, learning through my elders from the Maori culture, through the Maori people of New Zealand. And at my early 20s, I was initiated into the school of the special bird known as Manuariki. And my teacher and my huna at the time, underscore the great Maori prophet, Ara Kahanara Piripi Te Paniariki o Manuariki. He was my huna. He was my teacher. He was my tohunga. And he shared with me the connections through his work and to continue the work in the name of the child.
The first day I met Huna Flash, we actually met in the morning. And I had no expectations. I came here with a completely open head and open heart. I didn't really do much research. I knew of some of his work, but I felt it was better that he explained it himself.
Greetings, sweet dear ones. I come to you today from the island of Tenerife to share with you about the Great Awakening, about this aranga. I'm also here to activate and seal the Angel's Door, part of the Stargates and Portals that is part of my mission.
The Stargate itself is located inside all of us. We all have the capacity for a Stargate inside us. But this information is ancient information, has become clouded and lost. So this is part of the teachings that Huna teaches people along his journey. And the portals are a central point of pure energy that once activated and sealed so nobody can interfere with it, help the planet make this transition from dark to light.
And so I'm excited, very happy that you are following along and that we can share this together. This activation and seal is number 16 of a total of 48 Stargates and Portals, part of my mission on Earth.
So how does Huna know about where these locations are, these portals? Well, this is exactly what I asked him as well. It took him 3 years to locate these and plot these on a very specialized map using specialized ley lines, ancient sites such as the pyramids in Central America, and various other sites around the world, including Petra, that's one, the ruins in Syria. They're all somehow linked. But he spent his entire life, the last 30 years, studying, plotting, and locating these portals, and is going to do these, open the transmitter of light, seal them, and he's doing it for us. He's not doing it for an ego thing or to become famous. He truly is a warrior walking alone.
At this moment, with the COVID-19 and the corona and the mask, this moment of convergence has come to the consciousness where we've gone from the they and the them to the us and the we. And this energy that is being purged from that convergence, includes people in high positions. It includes everybody. No one is free from this. No one is excluded from this. No one is exempted from this. And so with this work and this mission, I have remembered on this time on this earth is to assist the clearing and the purification of those energies that are getting purged out into the atmosphere. They're getting purged out into society. They're just falling off the wagon, so to speak. Places like Buckingham Palace and places like the sacred sites around the world, places where these individuals of so-called royal families are now being purged and out of the system, and now being discovered and found. This has allowed an opening. This has allowed the space to open. This has created a portal. This has created an opening in the vortex where that energy that was once there needs to be filled with benevolence. Filled with benevolence. Filled with the light. And certainly the best we can. And so we are each asking each other to do the best that we can and go beyond that, to go beyond the best that we can. And so the mission at hand is to align the planet and the universe into relationships so that the child of light is guaranteed. If it is to be done as some have spoken, then let us enjoy the doing. If it is of all the nows, then let us share in the potentialities of that now, of all nows. Certainly of a dream that we've all had and a dream that we are waking up into. And so as I am here activating and sealing the angel's door. I am in alignment with the entire planet on this, as these portals and these stargates are connected to the 12 continents of this planet. Yes, I said 12 continents. And so if you are willing, and if you are inclined, and if you are in need of more understanding and more sharing, then House of Huna is here to help with that. Of all walks of life, of all peoples. Let me just share that. From the dark skin comes the fair skin. From the fair skin comes the dark skin. We are not only just unifying and in unity, and we are not only just one coming together. We have always been together. We are inseparable. We are inseparable. And at this moment and at this convergence, we are guaranteeing through this purging that we are able to share with you that we are inseparable. You, we, I, us, they, them, he, she. We are inseparable through this energy, that which makes up our anatomy, that which makes up our DNA, that which aligns us to the highest dimensions. And in my understanding, 24 dimensions on this planet in this density. And so energetically, vibration, frequency, and magnetic, we cannot be separated. No matter the words, no matter the intention, no matter the sovereignty, no matter the collective, we are certainly the energetic flow of the infinite fractal of Source. And it is that infinite fractal of Source that is but an aspect of the child of light, the potentiality of who and what we are, will, and are going to be.
I first heard about Huna Flash when he went to visit Greg. I think it was late August, early September, only a few weeks ago.
On this journey, I was to travel to England to meet and to learn and understand more about Joseph Gregory, Hallett, aka John King III, and the potentialities of what surrounds this man, this gentleman. When I met this gentleman, it was an incredible feeling of child of innocence, a child of light. It was an incredible surprise, let me say. And so as we began to learn more about each other in that short time, I was sharing with Joseph Gregory his birth sign, which was going to be in September. This is going to be this September. His birth sign is in alignment with stargates and portals that are of the dove. And September in the Lemurian calendar, the birth sign for September is the dove. Whether he knew this or not, or whether anyone knows this or not, it's neither here nor there. This is in alignment with certain information that he's been sharing from certain individuals of a period from the biblical times, and sharing this connections. And so this was verified. And as this was received and integrated, I was able to complete the seal of the living light child ceremony for Joseph Gregory Hallett, thereby sealing in the understanding of the alignment of his light to the right relationships of this planet and the universal relationships that are synchronized. What this means for the general public and for the world is that an ordinary man who is not claiming to rule over anyone, but is certainly claiming the lineage of the king, thereby allowing the energies and the contracts from the previous misbehaviors in the Buckingham Palace to be disconnected from the rest of the world. So in other words, to disconnect these evil energies, these dark energies. This is why we are here, to help purify and cleanse and heal by disconnecting those energies. Now, everyone is part of this, of course. This happens to be part of my mission I'm sharing with you. And so, with this release of the energies and these purgings of the dark forces from beneath the ground, beneath the earth, in the tunnels, in the catacombs, where the children are being held, where the children have been being dragged into the darkness, where the children have been kidnapped. That this alignment of the stargates and the portals within each of us, certainly within Joseph Gregory Hallett, and certainly all of those who are of service to the child of light, can find a way to come together through the child. Now, I will share, if I may, this understanding that the child of light, the child of the highest potentiality, is the being who is orchestrating and who is the architect of all of this purging and this convergence. You can say God if you like, you can say source if you like, you can say the creator in your words. I will simply share with you the child is the one who is bringing this convergence, the potentiality of the child. And so, let me share that it is the child who is the one who is having its energies drained and its fluids drained from its being. It is the child who is the kidnapper of this being. It is the child who is the rescuer of the child. It is the lesson of the child that is for all of us. And the child of light is the ultimate teacher, as the potentiality for all of us to share this lesson, receive this lesson, and integrate this lesson at this time for the guarantee of the potentiality of the child of light to enter in all nows of now, of the infinite fractal source aspects that we are of the child of light.
I asked Huna where he needed to go on the island and what he needed to do. He explained that the portal that he needed to locate was on top of a mountain. It's called Mount Tidy. So we gathered a gear and we drove up there, and on the way up he explained how all of this worked. We managed to locate exactly where this energy field was. And then he started his ceremony. It was an amazing sight to see, to hear the words that Huna Flash repeated. We all went silent and we could all feel it. He created a force field to contain the pure white light energy, and then he opened the portal. He repeated the ancient words, the ancient codes of his people, and he sealed it to safeguard it against any negative energy that could potentially get in there and do us as a humanity group any harm.
So my training began at a very young age in this lifetime, and I have carried it through across many lands and many countries, beyond many flags, across many borders, on the 12 continents. Countless missions that have been completed in the name of the mother, in the name of the father, in the name of the child, in the name of our eternal memory, in the name of the light, in the name of the love, in the name of unconditional, cosmic, unconditional, infinite, unconditional, compassionate love. In the name of this. And so, having learnt and having understood and shared the many lifetimes of Osiris, of Anubis, of Seti, of Pakal Voltan, of many lifetimes of these masters shared within this DNA, to be here and awakening in this moment, to share this memory back to everyone, to share this information back to you. And so I have created the Healers of the First Light, the Navigator's Course, to share this information under the umbrella of the House of Huna and the Temple of the Infinite Fractal. I have worked with countless individuals of Native American heritage, from the Haudenosaunee to the Hopi, the Winnebago, the Lakota Sioux, the Chadikazi of the Tsuut'ina Nation, the Chuma and the Dene and the Apache, and many more, and the Inuit and the Siberian elders and the elders in the Siberian mountains, and the elders and the shamans of the Germanic heritage, the elders and the shamans of the Nordic and of the Druid, the Celtic, and of Egypt and of the Kemet. And I have shown up for my education and to remember. I invite you, who is listening to this and watching this and feeling this, let us hope you have feelings. Let us hope we can put this energy across in the right relationships. Right? There is no right, there is no wrong. There is feeling good. If I can share with you this way, I see you, I feel you, I sense you, I hear you, I can sniff you, I can taste you, I can touch you, I remember you, therefore I am you. 9 feelings, 9 senses. We have 9. I invite you to expand beyond your 6. Just to let you know, the new platform of the ancient technology is telepathics. And we can begin this in a small way, just by sharing in a small way. Do you hear me? Do you see me? Do you feel me? I'm asking you, can we share? Can we connect? And this is truly what the Stargates and the Portals are about.
At the end of day 2, I was incredibly honored when Huna Flash invited me to become part of his tribe, part of his worldwide family of the House of Huna. And he invited me to be initiated into this amazing group of pure energy workers. So we found a very spiritual location on a cliff top in front of the ocean. And I had no idea how this worked, what the initiation was.
My understanding of your light essence here at the angel's door. And with this understanding, I am here this moment to offer this, the seal of the living light. I offer this to you.
I'm very honored, and I accept it.
Is that a yes?
That's definitely a yes.
It lasted around 20 minutes, and he recited ancient Lemurian words to me, and he made me repeat the words to him.
We remember you. Sacred is your breath. Tihai, Mauta.
And it was a truly moving. I don't like to use the word epic, but I can't think of anything else right now to describe the feeling, the energy being transmitted between two of us. He goes to a different place. You'll see in the video footage that we shot his focus and his connection to the energy. I've never seen anything like it.
He's still shooting. That's a powerful
The sun's just popped down behind the horizon. Wow. Many of the questions I had for Huna Flash, the main one that brought me here was, what's the connection with Joseph Gregory Hallett? Why did you go to see him? What happened in that meeting? And why did you ask me to come here and spend 3 days with you? So the answer was, Joseph Gregory Hallett has got the white light energy, the information coded within inside himself. His mission is pure and simple, Huna explained. His mission is to free us, to wake us up, to get rid of all the past, and to cleanse ourselves of all of the negative dark energy that we've all been living with our entire lives. He explained to me that Greg is here for a mission to unite us all as a people, and it all ties in to what Huna's work has been doing worldwide, opening these portals, sealing the energy inside it to help us all see our way in these times of darkness. It was quite moving, I have to say, to hear the passion and conviction and a very clear roadmap of what we have to do in the coming months.